Oh my God, you guys. WrestleMania is officially over. We are going into a new freaking era. Oh my God. I am so excited to really get into WrestleMania night one and night two. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, this has been the best WrestleMania moment for myself. And here in the Shake is in for the WrestleMania 40 post show. We're about to get into it because y'all there's a lot of things that happen for me, and I just cannot wait to talk about it with you guys. I mean, like, you already know what time it is.
Maybe you were here. If you were lucky enough, you were here.
Welcome to WrestleMania.
I hustle till it breaks my bones. Doesn't matter how I know. Failure's not an option, no. Blood and sweat and tears, I'll know. Whatever it takes for sure. But failure's not an option, no.
That is right, you guys. Welcome to the Shakers Den. Of course, Gianna Santana here in the building, rocking solo for a minute. And man, like I said, WrestleMania was really good. Like, shout out to those who were there in Philly in person. I know that the atmosphere was a lot more adrenaline in your soul. We have a new champion. The Roman bloodline shit is done. We are done with all of that shit. I told y'all last year we're done with the whole bloodline thing. And I told y'all this year Roman's gonna lose his championship. Come on. Like, seriously, like I'm so serious. Like, this is, I feel like this year's WrestleMania, like I said in the intro before, this big intro, that this was meant for me. This was a moment for me. This was a moment for redemption. All these 4 past years that I have dealt with Roman Reigns being champion, it is finally over. Cody Rhodes has done it. He called on the super team. My man Damian Priest is champion. I honestly, I really just I don't even have the words. I really don't have the words to explain how great this WrestleMania was. Like, from start to finish, both nights. I feel like night two was a little bit better because of the crowd participation, and maybe you guys were a little bit warmer. I know it was pretty cold on night one, for those who are out there in Philly, but I hope you guys, definitely feel a lot better night two, because man, mm, it's really, oh my God, we're not gonna waste no time. Let's get into it, because I know, like, Monday Night Raw. This is Raw after Mania. That's supposed to be happening tonight, and I mean, like, we got a lot to discuss before we get into Raw after Mania. So, let's go ahead and get into WrestleMania. We're gonna start with WrestleMania Night One. Of course, we open up the show with Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship. First of all, great opening for night one, starting out with Rhea and Becky. First of all, these two look absolutely amazing. Like, Becky, her intro with um, little quotes from her book and everything. And then to Rhea Ripley having Motionless in White perform her theme song, something that's been a long life dream of hers and everything. She looked absolutely amazing. Like, these two, I know there was a whole back and forth thing about, oh, we should have another person, or there should be other people added to this match. And I honestly feel like it really wasn't needed. Rhea has something that she has to continue to prove, and that is that she runs this division, and that Mommy is always on top. I know that Becky was out here in this match with a strep throat and everything. So hopefully Becky is at home, maybe, getting some rest in, getting that taken care of and everything. And hopefully Rhea is good too, because I know, like, under the weather in that cold of weather as well, and then being in a match with someone, like, strep throat can be passed along, and we definitely don't want that to happen for either one of these ladies here. So, but through and through, even though Becky did have that strep throat, it definitely did not slow down her pace in this match with Rhea Ripley. And man, I don't know, but this was definitely a match of the night for me with these women wise. Like they like in ring wise, it was great for both of them. I would give it that. But Rhea Ripley, she ends up hitting the Riptide on Becky not once but twice to gain victory and retain her women's world championship. So shout out to Mommy. She definitely lives up to Mommy being on top. This was a big interesting night, I would say, for the Judgment Day period. Yeah, she did say that she had a panic attack before her match, and like I said, like even though both of these women were definitely having their own issues personally going on, they still came out here and put on a really great match. And they definitely show why. Like, I don't know if this is the end for Becky and whatnot. I know there's been conversation about Becky's contract or whatever, but this was the best as Becky has looked in a long time. And with her and Rhea, it's kind of like the passing of the torch a bit because Rhea is that girl coming in from NXT. Of course, being on a part of Mae Young Classic, being the first ever NXT UK champion and going on to be NXT Women's Champion, and going up to becoming Raw Women's Champion and tag team champion and SmackDown and so on and so forth. Now champion here. This has really been a new era and age of Rhea Ripley that we have seen before, and she seems a lot confident in herself. And definitely, I would say kudos to Becky Lynch because Becky has definitely grown a lot in this business. She's earned her legendary status, and so I don't know what's next for either of these ladies, but I will say that they did a fantastic job opening night one of WrestleMania 40. And then Rhea having her extensions in. Oh, let me tell you something. When like Rhea having extensions in, this was something I did want to see. Like I was like, Rhea got the inches in. I know we was looking for a bust down middle part, straight to the back bottom, 30 inches maybe, but we got a look probably 22, 24 inches, which is really not bad. I don't know how long she's going to keep those extensions in, but I definitely like the look on Rhea and everything. So who knows? I haven't seen Rhea with long hair since like when she was blonde, NXT Rhea, like Mae Young Classic. So, and then we move over into our second match of the night. This was a 6-pack ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. This was definitely a sad moment for me because not only did the titles get split up, but Judgment Day are no longer the tag team champions. And, I was hoping for a victory. I was hoping that they would retain those championships, and I thought that maybe both of the set of titles had to be pulled down, at the same time to win. But this was a great way to split the titles that everyone has been asking for and everything like that. So, New Day, Rocky gear was definitely amazing. Like everyone pulled out the stunts with their gear. DIY doing DX tribute because of the whole, blah blah kind of thing, whatever. So yeah, I have to deal with A-Town Down Under winning those SmackDown tag team champions. But shout out to Miz and R-Truth on becoming the Raw tag team champions as well. I thought that was great to see too. So man, oh my god, like shout out to them. Like I said, I really hold on. Do we have a visitor? We have a guest coming in? Let me see.
Girl, I ain't no damn guest. I work here. I'm late.
Well,
I'm sorry.
mhm,
Y'all, damn, I didn't. I am
mhm.
so sorry, y'all. Becky and
Nikki has joined us. Welcome, Nikki in, guys.
Becky and Rhea, match of the night.
Yeah, that is Nikki Joseph.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, y'all.
All right, we
I'm
were
here.
we went past that, and then we were left
Yeah.
on the tag match. So, what did you think about R-Truth and Miz and Grayson and Theory winning the tag titles?
I thought that was the right decision, especially after what your boy did the other night. I mean, the night after. I enjoyed it. Very surprised, but damn, it would have been nice. It would have been nice to see Well, no, no. The right people won. I just did not know until the day of that they were splitting it up. So that was a pleasant surprise. 100%.
Yeah,
So
I
I
don't
like
know.
I like that part a lot. But yeah, man. They did it for night one. Night one was, I mean, outside of the main event, of course, but night one was, it did it. I had to go back and watch it like a couple times. I rewatched Becky and Rhea about 3 times. So yeah.
Yeah, Becky and Rhea, they look great, honestly. I enjoyed both of their entrances and everything too, and their match as well. Um, I was saying like I don't know if it's gonna be like the end for Becky as of right now.
Yeah.
But I know she needs to get taken care of the strep throat she had. I will say that.
Mhm.
So might not see her tonight, or who knows? Becky does whatever Becky does and wants to
That's
do.
true.
So if she shows up, she just show the hell up. All right. And then we move on to what was supposed to be Dragon Lee a part of this match, but he ended up getting attacked on Friday Night SmackDown, which led to Andrade teaming up with Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar and the 20-year vet Mickey James, Dominic Mysterio. Uh, I will say that and no shade, no tea, but Andrade being back in WWE just feels right.
Yeah.
It just it's like when people leave companies that they've been to before and then they go somewhere else and then they come back, sometimes they lose what they once had. That's not like that for Andrade. It's like he smoothly fit right in and everything, and I enjoyed this match for the most part. I was kind of now when we got towards the ending part of when this match is going to be ending, when like what Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson joined
Yeah.
in and all this stuff. I did not know who the hell that was. I thought there
They
was some new
cheated.
people coming in.
Be real.
I didn't know what.
They cheated.
So okay,
I want you to say it.
okay, you want me to say they cheated?
Yeah, I want you to say that Rey Mysterio and Andrade cheated.
I mean, yeah, but it's not like they really needed to cheat to
Hey,
Dominic
they
and Santos. Okay, but Santos and all the people
see
decide they want to get involved. So
this is
Ray and Andrade just have to be a little bit smarter than what Santos and Dominic was
and
putting
this
out.
is why, and this my bad, and this is what this is why,
This is why what?
this is why, this is why I'm hot.
Well, listen, shout out the memes. Speaking of that, LWO is very hot right now.
This is
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? And they are, and Dominic Mysterio just can't seem to be his dad.
A baby face.
Mm. I mean, hey, you just never know what people have under their sleeve in any kind of way. I didn't see an issue with it. I was just like, 'cause I was just a little confused as to who these people were. Like I said, I thought they were new people coming in or whatever, and the whole time it's just football players. So, but shout out to Ray and Andrade for getting the victory. Shout out to LWO for standing tall. It's a great time. I don't know where we go from this, but Ray, you know, Andrade, Carlito, Zelina, Joaquin, everybody. Cruz, you love to see it. You
Girl.
love to see it. What we thought we would have loved to seen turn into I want to say like a disaster. I'm
Ooh.
not going to say a disaster, but it definitely didn't live up to what I thought it would have been. I feel like the video package that they had for them was more hype than their match itself. I
Yeah.
felt like there was more that could have been given, but they only gave them 15 minutes, technically. And it's like there's a lot you can do in 15 minutes, to be honest, to create a story between these two. And it didn't turn out that way. Jimmy trying to, sweet talk Jay into, oh, I'm sorry, blah, blah, shit like that. And then Jay kind of hesitant, I guess wanted to feel like he wanted to maybe forgive his brother or something, and then Jimmy, manipulates him and plays him, and then it really just I don't know. It's not gonna be a memorable match. I will say that.
No,
Even though Jay won, defeated his brother, it's not gonna be memorable at all.
no.
People are gonna forget this match even happened at WrestleMania 40. That's how
Yeah.
underwhelming it was.
And everybody was so hyped.
I was ready. A lot of people were ready for it. A lot of people thought, oh, this is gonna be Jimmy deserves to get this moment over Jay because Jay has already have his, he already has this stardom, about him that Jimmy is lacking.
He's
Mhm.
literally main event Jey Uso. Jimmy has done nothing.
He hasn't. Will be a pain in everybody's head,
So
honestly. So I don't know, but shout out to Jay for getting the victory. And then we move on to probably one of the greatest entries I ever seen in my entire life for WrestleMania.
yeah.
When I saw them on the screen way before their match, Bianca, Naomi, and Jade, they were already matching, right?
hmm
And then we get to the actual match to come, and I felt like I was at a Destiny's Child's concert.
Yeah.
I felt like they was gonna come out and lose, make everybody lose their breath or something.
Yeah.
It was given very much Super Bowl with them. I'm not gonna even lie. Their gear was amazing. Everything about those three women were amazing. Now
hmm
I'm not downplaying Damage Control at all whatsoever because Dakota looked amazing. Kyrie and Oscar with the face paint and the hair looked amazing. All six of these women looked amazing in their own right.
hmm They did. They did.
Now, I will say that maybe the entrances and the attire for these women may have lived up a little bit better than the match itself, because it didn't seem like they had a lot of time to do what they needed to do. I mean, it was just a lot of, taking out, Naomi and then taking out Bianca, then hot tag to Jade, and then Jade goes into her thing, and then boom, 1, 2, 3. And now we have three. I think it's more of a historical thing than anything to have three black women on the same team
Yeah.
winning at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And these are three women who have a phenomenal career within their own promotions that they've been to, or coming from, or just period. And I think what I appreciate the most about this match is the fact of that, well, they undefeated. So
Ah, I didn't think about that.
they're undefeated. Bianca's streak has not ended. Naomi's streak at WrestleMania has not ended. And this is Jay's debut, and she
Wow.
wins. So, like, these three women are undefeated at WrestleMania,
I
you
didn't
know.
think about that.
But the big three, I don't know how long they're here to stay, but I definitely appreciated seeing this match here. And like I said, all six of these women did a great job.
Yeah.
But shout out to the big three. Yeah.
There it is. It was amazing. I was surprised they won. I did think this was a little foreshadowing to Miss EO. Now, EO, we're gonna get to you a little later. But girl, that ring was tied. Not your fault, but I don't know. I'm just not like even Oscar can be good on the mic. I don't like champions who can't be good on the mic. And that was always my problem with Miss Banks. Like, I don't know. Certain people just not good on the mic. And Bailey can talk her ass off.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think it's the time. But Damage Control is I don't think they're over, but they definitely took a shot.
Yeah.
A shot in the
Maybe.
ass.
I mean, Kyrie and Oscar still hold
Yeah.
those tag titles. For how long? I don't know.
Mm-mm.
EO was once we get to her pretty soon. Well, girl, I don't know. I don't know. They might kick your ass out next. So
Mm.
who knows? And then we move on to Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship.
Wow.
Now I know that there were a lot of conversations about Sammy being the one to defeat Gunther and not Chad Gable or not these other people who had opportunities. And it's like, well, those people had opportunities and they failed multiple times. Sammy has been the one to get it done. And
Mhm.
666 days was the devil's work for Gunther to lose that championship.
Yeah.
And he did. Even though the match was
Shock.
I was not expecting Sammy to win. I will say that at all whatsoever. But when Sammy hit that like brain buster off the top rope and hit like for the turnbuckle and then the whole haluva kick, I thought Gunther was gonna kick out. No, ma'am. He did
I'm
not.
shocked.
He was laid out. There was no interferences. Nothing. He was too busy goddamn it ton that man wife and everything. Distraction.
Yeah.
You're doing too damn much. You need to focus on your opponent.
He's
And we're
arrogant
going to
as
learn
hell,
about that a
too.
lot for WrestleMania is that people get too distracted and a little too bold, and then
Yeah.
they fuck themselves in their ass later. Pause.
He's very arrogant too.
Very. He didn't think that Sammy was going to be the one to beat him, but he did.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a great moment. I did appreciate seeing Kevin and Sammy before, he had his match and everything, and it was great. So shout out to Sammy. He's a new Intercontinental Championship. Maybe this will lead to him and Chad because Chad may be jealous of the fact of that Sammy was able to do it and he couldn't, even though he assists him with training wise.
Mm-hmm.
You train Sammy to win, but you can even train yourself to be Gunther. So how does that work?
Girl, you about to talk.
How does that work? I guess we'll find out soon. But Nikki, Sammy winning 2 WrestleManias back to back, technically in a sense.
I was there for the first one.
Yeah.
And that was pretty emotional because I do like Sammy. But was this on my bingo card? Girl. Hell no. Like I didn't think they were gonna give it up for Gunther for a while. So maybe he's going to challenge for a bigger title.
Maybe so.
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, I think it's about time for Gunther. He's held this championship for as long as he needed to, and he's faced a lot of credible people in this reign. I will say that.
Because Cody now has to go to SmackDown.
I think he's gonna do both shows.
Oh,
but I know that SmackDown would be very much his show now since he's
Mm.
holding the championship. But I think he's gonna do both shows. I'm unsure. I think that's what he is. So
yeah, I don't like that. You the SmackDown champion.
well, the draft is coming up pretty soon, so we'll officially have that switch over real soon. So
Yeah, that's true too.
I don't know.
They might keep the champs.
They might. All right, now we get into our main event for night one. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns and The Rock. What I will say is that Rock actually did a really interesting job in this match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought that we would have gotten nothing or not much out of him in this match. And we absolutely did not. We got a whole lot, actually.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock was moving as if, like, he still kind of got it. Now, I don't know about a full length match wise one-on-one, but like tag team match.
Okay, you pushing it.
He looked like he still got it.
Bro, you pushing it.
The man was selling his ass off. He done almost tweaked his damn ankle, bumped his damn head into the turnbuckle in the video I can't stop watching. And all he did was continue to not only taunt Mama Rose, went over there and got in her face and all that stuff. Seth and Roman and Cody and Rock was all over the place for WrestleMania. I mean, from the top of the stage to the audience, just all over the place.
Yeah.
And you know, I thought that maybe, Cody and Seth would have probably got that win, but it just felt as if like Cody taking that loss on night one opened up the gates for whatever the fuck was gonna happen for night two.
Yeah.
This like the same way that they had it shot from last year when he lost to Roman is the same way they had it shot from when he's sitting down in the ring, looked like he want to ball his eyes out, and then the shot of Roman and Rock standing by the stage. It's just like, and Rock on his damn fake ass title, girl. You just could not come out with just you. You just had to bring something. This damn replica ass title. But yeah, so what I will say is that I actually did like the main event match. I did. It was a lot more entertaining than what I was expecting it to be. I give it that much.
Yeah. I feel you.
Well,
There we go.
well, we move on to night 2 for WrestleMania. CM Punk is out here on commentary for Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre's match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And this has to be the funniest shit I've seen in my entire life. Drew McIntyre is an idiot. Simple as that. You played throughout this entire match. You played around, text on your phone, bored at work. You're ton at CM Punk throughout the entire match. You was too focused on distractions and other people who could get up under your skin. Now, although you may have gotten a victory over Seth Rollins and became the new champion, within that same time, you also lost that championship because hatred caused you to lose your championship within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
All because you honestly could have avoided all of that if you had took your ass back up to the ramp and left. But no, you wanted to go over there and mess with CM Punk, crawling on a goddamn table with your ass, and then you putting the championship in his face. You taunting the man. You thought he was injured still. Nope, not at all. He clocked your goofy ass. And then my man Damian Priest came out, clocked your ass with a damn briefcase. Even though you became champion, this is what your dumb ass should have got. You deserve all of that because you play too damn much. And now look at the outcome. Damian Priest cashes in on Drew McIntyre to become the new WWE World Champion.
I can't believe it. Well, I can because I said it. I've been saying it for months. I said that Seth will lose and Damian will cash in successfully.
This has been such a great moment in life.
Yeah.
Drew, I just want you to know that I prayed for this to happen. Nikki prayed for this to happen.
Yo, hell yeah.
There were months waiting for this moment.
I mean, we are bloodline. Come on now.
We are. And in this line of blood, you are a fucking dumbass. And you deserve every bit of this. Damian Priest is now your world champion. I am extremely happy. I mean, extremely happy. Like, maybe my reaction not like how it is today, but on yesterday, oh, I was doing nothing but hooting the
I
house.
want to point out, like, Drew talked all that shit to CM Punk, came
Mhm.
out with that entrance, and left with nothing but a tweet about how boring his job was.
A damn dummy.
Okay.
A dummy. You're a fucking idiot. You deserve everything that happened to you. Everything. So you have nobody to be mad at but yourself. Nobody at all whatsoever but yourself because you did that to you. But we're not gonna worry about it. We're in a new era. Damian Priest is your world champion. So shout out to Poppy Priest because I told y'all was talking so much shit about Damian about, oh, he ain't gonna do nothing. He in the back sleep. He's not gonna cash in. If he cash in, he gonna fail. And now what? Now y'all congratulating. Now y'all got nothing to say. Stop doubting my people. Okay. Thank you. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna come to SmackDown. You know, I don't know what they're gonna plan to do with that championship. I'm pretty sure they may want to keep Cody on Raw. So, and I did, Ken. I told you I would. Now ain't you supposed to be dying somewhere?
Oh shit.
All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So then we move on to the second match of the night. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament in a Extreme Rules match, technically. We had Snoop Dogg come out, be on commentary. Bubba Ray, which was really, really shocking to me. I was not expecting him to be here or even be a special guest referee for this match in particular at all whatsoever. So it was quite shocking to see him here. But we get into the match with Street Profits, Bobby Lashley, and the Final Testament. It was going very, very racial, like, especially with the kendo stick party that they had going on, just beating the hell out of everybody. And then Scarlett gets involved, and then B Fab gets involved. They put themselves through a table. Okay. And then it was just a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It was just a lot happening. The table breaks, like, as they're putting that man, what's his name? Karrion Kross on the table, and then it breaks, and then they ready to do it again. It was just a lot happening in that match, honestly. And I'm not gonna say I didn't care for the match, but I'm not gonna say I was excited for the match either, because I'm ready for the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley to wrap up this feud they got with the Final Testament. I am. Like, everybody looked great. I give them that much, but I was ready for them to wrap this shit up. So shout out to Bobby Lashley and Street Profits and B Fab and Snoop Dogg and Bubba Ray for winning this damn match. Point blank period.
Period.
And then we move on to TNA Royalty.
Yeah.
LA Knight versus AJ Styles. AJ Styles gets a new theme song because he said he was going to get a new theme song. I heard a little bit of it when they played it, but not as much as I thought I should have. A lot of people are not feeling it. I would like to hear the audio version of it so that I can have a better understanding, a clear understanding is what the hell did y'all do to AJ Styles theme song. So there's that. And was not really expecting LA Knight to get the victory in this match either, though. I really was not. This man came to his house and beat the hell out of him in his yard, called the cops and everything, you know, and LA Knight gets the victory. So, I mean, I guess it's pretty much this is a moment for LA Knight. I don't know. I feel like with LA Knight, I don't want to say he's getting lost in the shuffle because he's on TV, you know, but I don't feel like, for me wise, like, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something more that he should have or should be doing to make me care and everything, or care even more. I'll say that. Like, he's over with his promos. He's a nice talent, and he, you know, he's over the crowd with the yeah chants and everything like that. But I don't know. I feel like it's something else that's missing. But shout out to him for getting the victory. I don't know where this go for AJ Styles. Girl, you get a new theme song and you lose. I don't know. That's trash.
I don't know either, but I figured LA Knight would go over.
Mm,
I mean, AJ Styles has had his moments,
yeah.
so it's kind of like, ooh, like, but LA Knight has still kind of been waiting on his moment too, if you think about it.
That's true.
So
I give it that.
not that like overpowering of a match, but still entertaining as fuck.
Yeah.
Pure wrestling.
Yeah. Very much. I give it that much. They definitely went out there and wrestled. They weren't. I mean, AJ Styles did pull out, a little bit of his flippy stuff that he does, which is I still think is absolutely amazing. At his age, agile wise, he's able to still do his 450 splashes, even though he doesn't do it that often. But when he does, it's always nice to see. I'll say that.
Yeah. No surprise.
No.
In about 14 minutes, Monday Night Raw is 1 hour sucker free, according to Daddy Scrap.
Shout out to Adam Pierce. Um, then we move on to the United States Championship match. Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, and Randy Orton. This match was definitely full of entertainment. I will say that. Definitely great wrestling as well too. I will say, but it was definitely entertaining. Mm. I thought that maybe this possibly would have been what they wanted to do with Kevin and Sammy, have them both win the mid card titles, um, and everything like that. That pop up RKO that Randy Orton gave to Kevin was really good.
Yeah.
I'm glad it connected the way that it should have. It did really well. Um, we knew that Logan Paul was gonna always have somebody get themselves involved in any capacity, especially with the brass knuckles getting involved and everything, knocking out Kevin, knocking out Randy. Ice Show Speed being here was not on my bingo card. I was like, I know KSI was the last person who was here, so I'm
Mhm.
like, who else is he going to bring out? Was not expecting Speed to be the one to be brought out.
I thought that was Leo Rush.
Dear God. And I'm like, now they're gonna have something to say, like, so Leo, this is what you resulted to be in a prime bottle.
I don't
I
know.
mean, it is what it is, you know. Um, but yeah, so and Randy kicked the shit out of him and put his ass to a damn table and all that good jazz there right before Logan Paul retained his United States Championship. So Logan has definitely been moving up in the ranks and outsmarting the old heads. I'm not gonna even lie, he really has. In every way, he really has been proving that he, you know, is not taking this wrestling thing as a game. Like, this is serious. This is something that he enjoys doing, which I do say, outside of me not being much of a big fan of him, I will say that I appreciate that he actually does take this wrestling business seriously. That he actually, when he has feuds, he actually shows up and he gets involved in them in every way. And then he'll bring you on his show and y'all can chat about, everything impulsivity. So, all right. Now we move on to what I will say was a great, great, great match with Io and Bayley.
Yeah.
Bayley, she definitely has her own story and her own moments that she has been wanting for a very, very long time. And it definitely showed in their match with Io. These two women, like, I know we definitely talk shit about Io's reign, not being that great. But what I will say is that her reign may have not been the best or the greatest or whatever, but when she's in her matches with whoever she steps into the ring with, defending her championship whenever she's able to, or whenever they book her to defend her championship, she's gonna put on. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is the best that I've seen Bayley in a long time, outside of like her feud with like Bianca Belair and everything. Like I feel like this has been the best that we've seen of Bailey, and I feel like this is probably the best that we've seen of Io. Like that transition from the rose plant into that nip up that Io did on Bailey, I thought that was sick. Honestly, like I thought it was absolutely amazing, and I was hoping that the outcome of this didn't have any interferences. I was hoping that damage control did not get involved, and then we have Bianca and Naomi and Jade come out and even out the odds and everything. I was glad that this match was solely focused on them with no type of distraction or anything like that. It was just about them. And that's what I would say I appreciate the most about this with Bailey and Io. And Bailey becoming the new champion, I feel like it was only right.
Yeah.
It was only right. Bailey has done so much for the women in WWE and everything. And the way that she put over a talent like Jada Stone during her press conference, wearing her shirt, that it shows that it's bigger than her. It's like she's putting over someone who is fantastic in the ring. If you haven't seen a Jada Stone match, you are missing out. That girl is so athletic in so many different ways. She is so athletic and she's so sweet too, and to have that moment for her wearing her shirt, getting put over by Bailey, she that lets you know that you need to be watching for Jada Stone. Not gonna lie. Bailey could have put over anybody. She could have not said anybody's name at all. She could have not even worn that girl's shirt, but she did.
Sasha, Mercedes over.
Yeah, it's like
an interview with her too. So make sure you check that out because we do show love to the indies.
We do.
I've been knowing Jada. We've been knowing Jada since Battle Slam.
Yeah. So. That's definitely how I was introduced to her and everything was Battle Slam.
Right.
Great. Like whoever picks her up, I mean, she's already trained, like with Natty and everything too. Mm-hmm. So like, and I think she even had a moment to train with Mercedes. I believe so. Don't quote me, but I think I saw it on her page or whatever. But still, it's bigger than that. When you have women who are on top being able to put over other women who are on the rise, that's so much more you can ask for. So congratulations to Bailey on getting this victory. I know it meant a lot to her. I know that Mercedes was somewhere cheering her on. Same thing with Naomi, same thing with Trini, same thing with everyone else. Now I don't know, what's going to happen wise. I'm looking forward to it, since of course we are in this new era, which is Paul Levesque era and everything. So, and Triple H has a lot of respect for Bailey. He does. So shout out to her.
You love to see it. Oh God.
All right. Before we go and get out of here, let's go ahead and wrap this up. You see, I waited all my life for this moment to arrive. And finally, the moment has come. I told y'all last year, the whole bloodline thing, we're done with that. I told y'all this year, Roman Reigns' reign as champion comes to an end. Y'all did the same thing to me, the same thing I said about Bloodline. Y'all jumped on my edge. Y'all try to jump me in a parking lot. Y'all try to beat my ass, all types of shit. It has finally ended. We are done. We are completely done with Roman Reigns and his 1,000-day reign. Ooh. Absolutely done. I feel like weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I slept so great after WrestleMania night. You have no idea how good I slept.
Girl, I got up at 6:40.
I like waking up the next day knowing that Roman Reigns is not the champion anymore. You come on. I'm not gonna get for the rest of 2024, I am never shutting up about this match. Never. Want to know why? Because this was the most overbooked match of the fucking night.
Ever.
The most overbooked. There were shit that was happening that I didn't even think was gonna fucking happen at all whatsoever. Now I will say before all the shit did take place, in the beginning, these two were putting on a match. I give it that much.
Girl, Cody was. You gotta be joking me, bro. Roman cannot wrestle. I'm sick of it, bro. You are a damn fool like that.
They were putting on a match.
No.
They were putting on a match. You know, Cody doing his thing per usual as always in so many different ways. I give it that much. Now, Cody, you were really pissing me off when you decide you keep trying to do them damn 3 crossroads. I'm glad that you looked to the left and the right, but you didn't look in the correct direction because Jimmy brought his ass out there, super kicked you, and then out comes Jay Uso saving the day, and then him. This was the best spot of the night for them two, better than what they produced for each other the day before. I absolutely enjoyed that for the most part. That gets rid of Jimmy Uso for the time being. Now you have one down, but you also have to worry about the other one, which is Solo. Cody tries to go for the same thing. Solo comes out. Samoan Spike. They go into the Samoan Spike spear. Could not keep this man down. Now, what happens after this? I sort of had a feeling, but I did not have a feeling that this would actually happen. John Cena comes out at WrestleMania 40, gives a FU, because I'm going back. This ain't no attitude adjustment. This ain't no AAA. This is a FU to Roman Reigns and a FU to Solo Sikoa through the table. That gets rid of Solo for the time being. And then we get this moment here. Now, when Cena was doing his run beforehand, and then The Rock had came back for that time being, and then we got that little handshake between those two. Now we get here to this is shading back to WrestleMania for these two. The history, the two biggest dudes in Hollywood, face to face with each other. And Cena taunts him. He gets rock bottom. And then, now, there was all the speculation of that this could have been Stone Cold Steve Austin if the glass had shattered. I don't even know what I've been done. But for this to be The Undertaker,
crazy.
He was definitely someone I was not expecting at all whatsoever. But I felt like The Undertaker had to get his gig back for Roman and Paul, and also because The Undertaker's been around for before a lot of us was probably even born, and he has dealt with the legacy of this bloodline of the Samoans, so much and so forth. And then after all of that, after everything that we have prayed for, after sleepless nights, after everybody putting them dumbass ones in the air, after people just talking shit about Cody and so on and so forth, he's never going to finish that story. It finally happens. 1, 2, motherfucking 3. Cody Rhodes is your new undisputed world heavyweight champion.
Chapter 1 complete.
And we are done with this Roman shit. Now, I know that Triple H said that the next chapter of Roman's story is going to be, different. It's going to be something that people should be looking out for. We're going to be looking at the demise of Roman Reigns. We're going to be looking at the downfall of Roman Reigns. Now, I will say this, all kayfabe aside. Roman being champion for 4 years, I'm probably not going to remember everything that happened within his 4-year reign.
He only had 31 defenses.
Out of 316 days.
He's a lazy bitch.
Now I remember half of this stuff. But I will say that Roman, whenever you decide to come back, it's still going to be the same for me. Nothing's going to change at all whatsoever. I commend you for holding this title for Cody, you know, until he got here to defeat you. This time you were outsmarted. There was a game plan. And you are defeated only because you were so focused on getting your revenge on Seth Rollins that you cost your own self from retaining this championship. You and Drew are the idiots of WrestleMania 40. Revenge, anger, hatred is what you two have a lot in common with. And that is why both of you were unsuccessful this weekend. Drew's hatred for CM Punk cost him his 5 minutes of fame. And Roman, your hatred for Seth cost you your championship and everything that you said you worked for. How are you going to feed your family, Roman? You said that this title was the reason why you was able to feed your family. The way you was able to feed your bloodline family. How are you going to be able to do that now? You're not champion. Anybody who's a bloodline fan got the answers? You don't. So I hope you had your fun. I know it was great. You had a lot of defenses, blah, blah. It is what it is. We'll move over to the American Nightmare era. Starting tonight. And that's that. Shout out to Cody. You finally did it. And we appreciate you through and through. Any final thoughts, Nikki?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our WrestleMania post show and everything. We will be back on tomorrow for NXT Uncut. Yeah, throw all your yeets in the chat. Shout out to Jay, who was MVP of the night. Both nights at that. So thank you. Really appreciate it. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for coming in and hanging out with us here in the Shakers Den for WrestleMania 40 post show. We'll be back on tomorrow for NXT Uncut, and then we'll be back. We'll talk about Stand and Deliver on tomorrow for NXT Uncut at 9:30, and then we'll be back on Thursday for TNA, and so on and so forth. So thank you guys so much for coming in and hanging out with us here. Shout out to Battleground Podcast as always, who was also there at WrestleMania. Tim, I'm new here, so when's your schedule? So tomorrow we go live on YouTube. Or in Twitch and Twitter at 9:30 for NXT, and then on Thursdays we go for TNA. We go at 9:30. So majority of the time, a lot of our shows we go on at 9:30. But if you follow us or subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn the notification on, then you will be able to know when we go live and everything like that. So are you there both nights? Okay, cool. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for coming in. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy Raw After Mania because it's about to be a shit show. Once again, this has been your WrestleMania 40 post show in the den, of course, with its invite only.
Maybe you were here. If you were lucky enough, you were here.